Way to go against the grain. Way to go against the grain. I was waiting for it to go live. Wow. Ugh. Late start today. Good start today.
The score was it was a 108, 107?
106, 107. Tobias Harris got the shot. That pissed me off. Wow, oh wow.
That wasn't even one of my bets. It would have been 7 for 7.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the Bucks had some people not practicing today. Antoine Winfield didn't practice, Levante David, and Jordan Whitehead. That's interesting. Sam Watkins plays. That'll be really helpful. Hey, gold end zone.
Really?
Yeah, did you see the pictures?
I did not.
Yeah, gold end zones. The Buccaneers got a red end zone. It looks pretty dope actually.
That's pretty cool.
If I see the picture, I'll send it to you. But I should have sent it to you yesterday. Damn. Maybe I did send. Let's see if I did send it to you on Twitter yesterday already. I did not send it to you on Twitter yesterday. It's all right. I'll send you some Doge. He's like, no. Next Sunday, Mahomes will be the first quarterback 25 years or younger to start a Super Bowl. Woohoo!
Will be the how many quarterback?
The first quarterback to start multiple Super Bowls. The youngest quarterback, sorry, to start multiple Super Bowls. All right, I want to know how many people from the Coffee Crew are Robin Hood members now.
Now or they were before?
Or were before. Hey, now or were before. They could tell us. Mr. Mitchell, hello. Or Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Martin, hello. I'm so used to calling Marty. That's like his first name now. Chris is not his like second name. That's his that's his last name. Chris is now it's Marty Christopher now. That's his name. And his father's name is Marty Mitchell. No.
Good morning.
Good morning, good sir. I need to change. I need to like add like a picture of Nico, Ethan, and Chris to this mug. They're our heroes. That's what it say. I get a mug. Not you're my hero. They're our heroes. Wonder if Nico will tune in today. I didn't give him a heads up text about it. Oh man!
Wow, Chris is officially a cavalry scout.
I'll have to Google.
We have to Google what that means, but that's awesome.
His graduation.
Yeah, it was yesterday, wasn't it? I just remembered.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we missed his
graduation.
We forgot it because we weren't here. If we were here together, we would have known. We would have reminded each other.
We were in
Kansas City.
Not with each other.
It's okay. Next graduation.
I think we can watch the replay online. Mrs. Martin sent us we missed his graduation.
Cavalry scout.
I literally just. We need to write that on the whiteboard.
Cavalry scout.
Every time one of them has a graduation. No.
Well, it's still on Facebook.
Good. Still
awesome.
On Facebook.
Well, we can watch that. We can watch that later today.
Thank you. Good morning, Crystal. Thanks for tuning in. Some coffee's on. Hope you're enjoying your coffee this morning. All right, still on Facebook. Good.
Good.
Can we FaceTime him? Can we call? I guess we could text him that. Every time I ask him if we can do a FaceTime call, he says yeah, but then never answers when we can do one.
I feel like there's select times he's on the phone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's just here. The Cavalry Scout is the job. Okay. The Cavalry Scout is the job title used to refer to someone who has achieved the military occupational specialty.
Oh, good.
Renaissance of a. Oh, I said Renaissance. That's not the word.
Reconnaissance.
Is that how you say it?
Reconnaissance. Reconnaissance.
Might have to ask him.
Reconnaissance. Reconnaissance. I don't know how to say that word.
That's all right. We can ask him. But is to operate as one of the first personnel in the area. Okay, so I imagine he's. I'm trying to think. When they're jumping out of planes, he's the first one. He's the part of the first group to get in there. Then, maybe. I'll have to ask him. Look, we got.
I'm not the guy
These are
to ask.
no, I know, and I'm not the person to ask either. And I don't think Wikipedia is either. I think that's We had to ask Marty himself, but we won't talk too much
Well,
about him.
still, it's a great.
That's
It's the front line, so that's
I love it.
It's a great honor, but it's only the beginning of a lot because we know Marty's going to keep doing more, and there'll be more graduations we can see.
He was the I would say him and Ethan were definitely the two most motivated guys in the house.
Mm-hmm.
That's that is
So motivated, they got me to go to the gym once a month, maybe 2 months.
so motivated. I saw what they were doing. I was like, I'm motivated not to.
Airborne jump school.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what it. Yes, he said an airborne
Yeah,
jump
because
school.
he said he was going to go to the airborne school.
Well, that's a lot of
what
jumping
it is.
out of planes. You won't have no one. I feel like if you have a fear of jumping out of planes, which I'm not saying Marty does or anything, but if you do, like
Marty's not one who has fears.
no, he's not.
He always told me fear is temporary.
Like
That's what I
pain. He used to tell me pain is
temporary. That's what he said.
Pain. That must mean fear is nothing then. Okay.
Pain is. I just said fear is.
I feel like after a day or a week of airborne school, if you had a fear of jumping out before, you're not gonna have a fear.
Well, that's
you're
why
done.
I assume they probably jump a shit ton.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Because it gets you rid of that fear. I feel like if you jump out of a plane 50 times, you're probably not scared to jump out of a plane.
One of these days when these guys are allowed, we'll have them on as guests so they can like give us as much recap as they can.
There's this quote from Will Smith that he said, like he was so scared once when he was going a little different, what is it called, stuff, but he was jumping out of a plane. What is it called? What is that called with the thingy?
Parachute,
But what is that? It was skydiving.
skydiving.
He was skydiving. He was really scared. And then he realized the point of maximum fear is like, I'll find the quote. And let me find the quote. This is what he says. He says he was so scared, right? And he's jumping in the air. But then he realizes this. He's already falling. He's in the air and he's falling. That's the maximum point of fear. You are already out of the sky falling. So what are you scared about? So
Yeah.
that point...
No, you're right. It's like a roller coaster. You know, you reach the top of the Mamba. There ain't no going back. You're already going down, and everything's good. The fear's gone. Then, no point of fear. Arian hitting you up. You looking for the quote?
Yeah, I'm looking for this quote.
All right. Well, we're doing that. I'll welcome Raj. Good morning, Raj.
Hey, Raj.
She's over here already starting off. Thoughts on Lakers losing 2 straight? Yeah, we got Sixers and Lakers losing. I didn't even get to watch the game, man.
I
talked
called
about
it.
the Sixers games. I already knew. Yeah, Armand called it. Tobias Harris continues to tick me off by doing the bare minimum. Lakers will bounce back. You can't stay on top of the conference the whole season. You know that? Like, you can only dominate so much. They know what where they're at. They're the defending champions. You know what I mean? Championship mindset and
The point
the
of
goal of the
maximum
season.
the point of maximum danger is the point of minimum fear.
There you go.
That probably doesn't resonate with everyone as it resonates with me. When
That's
I
why,
heard it.
and you know what? I'm glad you said that because it's going to segue to why I'm not worried. I don't have fear that the Lakers aren't going to, and I don't have fear for the Lakers because you know why? They have minimum fear. That's what he said, right? Minimum fear.
Maximum danger. You got to reach
they
the
are
point
they
of
are they are the
maximum
most
danger.
dangerous team in the NBA because they have minimum fear. That's what I was going to say. So I am not worried about the Los Angeles Lakers because they are the most dangerous team in basketball right now, and we have only played 20 games out of 82. They're hit the quarter mark, but still got a lot more season to go. Got a lot more season to go.
Do you know what I'm doing right now?
Something from Star Wars.
I'm playing some jazz. How about those Utah
Yeah,
Jazz?
That's you, man.
Well, I'm
They're
not.
at the top of the
I'm
conference.
not on them. You know what the Utah Jazz remind me? They remind me of a team that's gonna lose in the Western Conference Finals.
The Denver Nuggets. The Denver
Nuggets or Blazers or whatever teams that are hot, but I just don't see the Lakers being beat. But that's just my opinion. That's my very uneducated opinion.
No, that's fine.
And it's early, where I don't even want to. There's going to be so much that happens in basketball. No one knows about the East teams, right? We just know the Lakers are. LeBron's going to become LeBron. He's just waiting. He's waiting for May or June to hit. He's just looking. Oh, what month is it? It's almost February.
Yeah, it's January.
Oh, and maybe I should start trying soon. Maybe March. March, huh?
Maybe not.
Lukaku or Zlatan? Wait, let me answer all these questions. Where is Stafford going?
Stafford, I'm thinking Washington or
I like the Bears.
Chicago. Oh, you like Chicago? Tell me Chicago, because I have another team that's not Chicago, and I can't.
I just
remember
say
who it was
go
right now.
Vikings.
No,
Yeah,
no, not Vikings.
I
no.
just say go in the division. Chicago's a good team. Chicago's missing what?
What?
An above average quarterback to be a.
They're going to be missing receivers here in a little bit once Allen Robinson signs elsewhere.
I saw something yesterday of Deshaun.
Yeah,
Carolina wants him. Carolina wants Watson.
I feel like every team should want Watson besides the Chiefs right now. If you can get Deshaun Watson on your team, go for it. It's just a matter of how much do you need him. So yeah, team like you just said, Carolina, yeah. But I'm thinking of Matthew Stafford still. I'm still thinking of Matthew Stafford because he's a piece that could go somewhere and really help a team. Like Chicago. But Chicago doesn't really have any weapons right now. They'll have to go out and get some because they're about to lose Allen Robinson. I couldn't even tell you who the Bears' number 2 is right now. Cordarrelle Patterson. And he's running out of the backfield half the time he's taking snaps. If only Sheets was here. I don't know if Sheets wants to talk Bears on purpose. You got Jimmy Graham. Oh, hey, Anthony Miller and Darnell Mooney. That wide receiving core is weak right now. And so what they need is they need some weapons. Honestly, keep Trubisky for another year if you can. No, don't do that.
I mean, what did Trubisky show you? You play against bad teams, you're going to win some games because that's what Trubisky did.
And you know what? That's what you need for a season.
I'm just going through Raj's questions.
No, it's
we got to
fine.
make a segment for it. K-State's worst loss in program
Raj's
history.
segment.
Yeah, but like, as an unbiased, I'll be very unbiased here. We kind of had a feeling K-State wasn't going to be that good this season when, who was it? They lost to Fort Hays State.
Yeah.
And did they lose to Drake as well?
Yeah.
Although Drake is undefeated right now.
It was a close game.
But
Close
that
game.
Fort Hays State loss wasn't too pretty. And you could tell they weren't the best team. I'll be honest, they will have 4 wins right now. They just need that conference win. And Raj, we were talking about this earlier this week. Maybe it's time to go away from Bruce. What's the coach's
Bruce
name?
Arians?
No, K-State basketball.
No, Bruce Weber.
Bruce Weber. Maybe it's time, I don't know, get someone else. Maybe it has been time.
And that's
he had that Elite Eight finish, but that Elite Eight finish was kind of helpful, right? Other than that win against Kentucky, right? You beat a 8 or 9 seed, whatever seed they were. Then you beat the 16 seed. So you play well against Kentucky, and then you were an 11 seed away, Loyola away, 2 Blue Valley Northwest kids away from going to the Final Four.
That game was wasn't that another team? Wasn't that a team without his players though? That wasn't his team. That was another. No, that was a team that he had built.
K-State team was his players.
But it just since then it hasn't been. You know, when's the last time K-State made it to the tournament?
Like 2 years ago. The last actual tournament.
And how many? And
they
lost in the first round of that.
They did,
that
yeah.
tournament.
To one of the Irvine.
Yeah, Irvine. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Yeah, they lost in the first round to UC Irvine. Yeah. So, yeah, UC Irvine. Yep.
But it's hard for a team when that other team, right? When your rival is top in that sport, which you can kind of flip that around either way, football, basketball, right? So I don't know.
They got to get a new. No, they got to get a new head coach.
Probably time.
What
did Lil TJ say? Move on. It's time to move on. You know.
You can't. When you're 5th year, 4th year, 6th year coaching a team, you can't be losing a game against Fort Hays State, no matter how bad you are in the conference. You can't lose a game like that.
Yes.
And to go out and be down 41-7 against Baylor at one point in the game on Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, Logan, I'm sorry. I'm a Missouri fan, so don't think it's anything intentional. I'll slander on KU before K-State.
Logan, look at Raj's questions. So what it was we were going through his questions, and I started it, and I said an unbiased way of saying the thoughts on K-State's worst loss in program history. Don't blame me.
All I'm saying is they need a new head coach. They need a new culture because right now it doesn't even look like the players want to even play. And that's just from a third-party view. But, yeah, he says, I know. We can talk about KU, too, and their lack of success this season. What did they do? Just barely scrape by TCU.
8 points.
Them
yeah.
and Missouri will kind of play each other. Missouri plays TCU Saturday, so we'll see who has, that kind of team. Chiefs, Springer. Hey, so that's another thing we want to offer up to you guys. So next week is Super Bowl week, of course. If you want to join the show as a guest to talk some Super Bowls, if you got something to promote as well, we kind of do want to do our own radio row kind of thing, but with our guests, with our friends. So if you want to be on, just text us. You know our number, slide in our DMs. If you don't know us, you can email us at coffeesonkansas. That's coffeesonks@gmail.com. I'll put it in the comments. We kind of want to do our own radio row. Yeah, kind of have the guests on and talk some football because next week's a big week. Right now, we're just kind of getting hyped for a Super Bowl week.
I'm waiting for Monday or Sunday to hit, and then I'll start my hype train.
All right, yeah. Just text if you got one of our numbers. Text us. We'll plan something next week. We'll get time slotted. Monday, Wednesday, Friday though. We'll do a nice we'll do some radio row show with friends. Bring them onto the show. Now that we can have guests on. Now that we learned we can have guests on.
Wow, 50 people have already texted saying they want to be on. No, I'm kidding.
You're quite the promotionist.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. So as I finish, you already said Lakers losing the Pistons. Yeah, it happened. The Pistons are weird this year. That's all I'm gonna say.
Logan's right. They could be. The Wildcats are not out of it. They got players around their team right now. I mean, they landed a guy from Chicago.
Maybe build down that culture, like we were saying.
Get on lockdown. Giltner Creative, if you want to come on, chat some football, man, hey, all guests are welcome. We want to talk some coffee with you. Now that we know we can have guests on, you got something to promote, you got something you want to talk about with us, shoot, we'll bring you on. Heck yeah. Because because audience, this show is about our audience as well, and we want to do more than just, chat with you guys in the comments.
There's a reason we're in the AM. What does AM stand for? Audience matters.
Ah!
Did you see that little
yeah,
wipe?
Yeah.
I did a nice wipe.
I'm gonna get you a QB towel for those wipes.
I do have a towel.
But I don't think you should show people you wipe in.
Okay, everyone here, and Giltner's about to find out. Everyone here knows I have sweating problems.
That's all right. Yeah, but that's okay. Look at that. That's all right. Hey. Because we want Giltner, hey, that's what we're talking about. You don't have to be an expert in the NFL. We'll just chat. We don't just talk NFL on this show. We talk almost everything. It's just we're copying something that the Super Bowl does with their Radio Row. Like, I don't know if you guys know about Radio Row in the Super Bowl, but it's a room where broadcasters get to go from all over the country and do their shows remotely from the location of the Super Bowl. And there's personalities walking around like former football players, former football commentators, people around the sports world, prominent people, and they'll just hop onto a radio show and chat. And they kind of do like a trade off. You promote something, you give us some airtime. We want to talk. We want to talk to Giltner and Creative in LA if he's got something to promote. Raj, we'll put you on and promote the liquor store. Yeah, tell the liquor store owner we'll put his show on Coffee's On. We'll promote the liquor store and talk to Raj at the same time. Nick Springer, we'll put you on, talk about whatever with you, catch up with you, and because that's another thing, we're catching up with you guys also, because it's a happy week. It's a Super Bowl, and we want to celebrate that week with our audience, and we want to do that by catching up. Because at the end of the day, our audience is just made up of new friends, current friends,
people we're trying to get out of our life,
former babysitters. So yeah, we definitely want to do that. Talk some. Yeah, there you go.
Really,
Raj, tell us where you work at, man. Just put it in the comments.
Wait, some stocks went up.
What you trying to get us into, Jasmine? Yep. Trying to get us into. Here we go. Who all here is a new Robinhood account owner?
Raise your hand.
Moms can come on. Raise your hand if you've been in the Robinhood game since March.
Oh, no. June.
That's all right. We've been in it for a while, but, man, the stocks went up yesterday.
Been in for a while
Worley's
now.
Liquor. Google it. Put it on. We'll have moms on. We'll have friends on. Me, Raj, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you right now, Doge is doing me well. Doge is doing me well. That's right, Mom. Mama, you told me I wouldn't make money off Robinhood. Well, I made some money. Worley's Liquor off 151st and Metcalf. Call Lyle. I'm not calling Lyle. Lyle told me to stop doing Robinhood.
Yeah, one of my cousins said stop doing Robinhood last family get together.
What was that? Christmas, New Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving. He told me get off. He's like, he was kind of saying how Robinhood's kind of like sketch. It's not really what you think. I don't know. That's what I was getting out of it. But I was like, listen.
Hey,
for me, I don't understand. I don't understand the market. None of us understand the market.
we're not the ones getting called out by Congress members.
True.
By the members of Congress.
True.
That's Robinhood right there, baby. The revolution is real. No. But you know, you could talk about Doge, but Doge isn't part of the market. That's crypto, so that's a whole different thing.
True.
So if you're in Doge making some money, I mean,
Hey, I think your mom wants you to call Lyle.
that's fine. Ups and downs. Call Lyle. Ups and downs. Well, it's only been up, Mom. It hasn't gone down yet. The government's getting involved now. That's the only downfall. But that's the downfall for Robinhood. Not if you're a Robinhood member. I'm not for sure. No, I am for sure. We're doing all right. But yeah, GameStop, AMC, Doge, Naked Juice.
Naked, knock. I know.
What I'm curious is who all here was already a part of Reddit? Because I had the app downloaded, but I don't use Reddit. I never learned how to use it. I would get on Reddit for streams and stuff. That was my purpose of Reddit. But
I had friends who had some friends who have no social media except Snapchat and are big on what is that called? Reddit. So I always knew Reddit's existence. I just for some reason didn't think it was for me. Didn't really understand.
No, Reddit to me was explained as the Twitter before Twitter. It's just it didn't go as mainstream as Twitter did.
All I know is the founder kind of went and married Serena. So
that's right. He's a smart guy. Hey, you know the guy. Hey, you know the creator of Dropbox is from your area.
Yeah. Which one? Which area? Because he's from all of them.
Oh! Get
Look at that. I got the jowl. Got the jowl.
Nico, I told you to get in the Robinhood, man. I told you.
Nico.
That's right. We're making money today.
Beepo, it's Nico.
Been telling people to get into Doge since March, baby. We are living up here. We are living life. We are living lavish. We're drinking double the coffee today. Because we can afford that. You know why? Because we invested in Doge, baby.
To
the moon. To the moon. It doesn't say to the moon, but it will say to the moon.
What other comment? Oh, you know what comment? He did go to BVNW.
He did go.
And he's Persian. Now that you brought that up, Logan.
That's the most important part. He is a real person. That's what he said, right? Person, right?
All these famous people that went to Northwest. We got Dropbox.
Logan Evans.
Final Four.
We got
Raj. Class secretary for 4 years.
Yeah, hey, I heard he gave a pretty bombing speech his senior year.
No, it was my freshman year.
Oh, it was freshman year.
But I don't want to put the spotlight on me.
Yes, Mom, I know it can be all gone tomorrow.
That's what they said about Rome.
But you know what? It's better than betting because betting can be gone in 2 hours. Your money can be gone like that.
Going to the listen, Logan.
Hey, red always.
I do not understand casino. He said red, so I say black. Go black. Once go black, you never go back. Bum, bum, bum. Isn't that a saying? Okay, I didn't mean it that way. I meant it like it's like a. I didn't mean it in like whatever. I thought it's like just a common saying, you know. Like it's like an everything thing, you know. And then I started playing like Back in Black. You know what I mean? Bam, 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 bam.
That's what you meant. Once you play AC/DC's Back in Black, you never will go back. You never.
Because what's one of the songs I listened to today?
Armand had his copy today.
That's an episode of me saying and not thinking what I'm saying.
And that's a Friday episode, people.
I'm
You're
sorry.
okay, man. No, it's all right. Don't be worried. It's fine. It's hilarious that more than anything. We're gonna. It's a common saying. It is a common saying. Yes. I don't know. You got everyone going. Look at that. That's right. Hey, you're right. Hey, I went back. I've never drank anything but black coffee. Since.
There we go.
I never add cream or sugar. You're right, Armand. I've always had my coffee black. I never drink it with cream or sugar.
I started putting milk
So
and
you're
honey
right.
in it. So I guess mine's a little.
Yours is a little creamy, huh? Oh my god.
No, I was gonna say tan colored, but
All right.
maybe a little. But anyways, now that we're talking about coffee,
I'm
started.
waiting for Renee to chime in about you needing a snack.
I have started a new thing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it in a bad way.
It was hilarious.
But,
You can't mean it in a bad way at all.
But I
think the people that say it mean it in a good way.
I put honey and cinnamon in my coffee.
Mm.
Now
Mm.
I used to have nothing. Then I started putting cream.
And now your whole life has changed. So tell us, anyone else? You nest or stop while you're ahead.
You never stop while you're ahead.
There you go. Nesters. I thought it was nestles.
You never stop while you're ahead. Speaking of that accent, I went to Garozzo's.
Yeah, you did go to Garozzo's. Talk about Garozzo's.
Pretty cool.
Talk about the Garozzo's experience. You hear about the commercials all the time.
Well, I went to, I guess, is it the original Garozzo's? I don't know.
But my mom would be able to tell you. So which one did you go to?
I think I went to the original one.
Well, which one did you go to? I don't know which one you went to until
Like
you
the
say which
one
one you
in
went to.
the one in Kansas. All I know is it's in somewhere in Kansas City.
So downtown Kansas City.
Down, yeah. Oh yeah, it was downtown.
Armand, that place up north from South OP, that's called downtown Kansas City. I know it's scary and looks different, but that's just downtown Kansas City. I know it's new. He's done. So what'd you get from Kansas City? What'd you get from Garozzo's? You're
on timeout.
I'm on timeout. I'm on timeout. You're the one over here talking about coffee, and once you go a certain way, you never go back.
Oh, now you're gonna bring that up? You're over here 5 minutes ago. It's okay, Armand. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. No. Oh, what did Armand say 10 minutes ago? Let's show the receipts.
Hey, I ain't got to show the receipts. Everyone here is already witness. So tell us about Garozzo's.
You kill me sometimes.
Well, you're the one who couldn't think of downtown Kansas City.
This is like the nacho incident again.
Skip.
Skip.
No, the nacho incident was fine. I liked the nachos.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Nico. Anyways, so I went to Garozzo's. I got this chicken spadini. You're right.
I didn't have it on the Armand cam, so
I got the chicken spadini and got like a side salad, and basically it was pretty cool. I've never been, but I've always heard the commercials. You know what I mean?
Right. How did the commercials go?
Come on down to Garozzo's. Get the chicken spadini. But no, it was pretty cool. You know, it was like really Italian. You know, really felt Italian. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It felt it's an experience. You get immersed into it.
It really was the experience.
That's what Buca di Beppo goes for when you go to Buca di Beppo. So that same night we went to Anthony's. Anthony's kind of the same thing. The music's beautiful.
See, I could have gone to the Garozzo's down south, right? Isn't there one on like College and Antioch?
I'm not for sure, actually.
I think because that's what my mom was telling me.
Well, you had to go get Lily, and Lily was at her dad's, probably, right?
No, we left from here. Well, we did a few stops, right? We went to
Yeah, tell us about the anniversary. Oh yeah, fill us in on the anniversary night. I forgot Garozzo's was the anniversary night.
We went to this happy hour.
Yep.
Summit Grill, all right.
Summit Grill.
The one there's 3 locations.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I've not been to Summit Grill. So
thank you for telling me, right?
No, I'm just telling you, please get descriptive because that's all I'm gonna say.
You don't like it's not my anniversary, Terrell. It's the 29th. I went to Summit Grill. It was pretty cool. Then I went to Garozzo's, and then we went to we met Jeff, our friend Jeff, at a speakeasy.
Yeah. What was the speakeasy?
It's called PS Speakeasy. It's under the hotel that's by their place. I forgot what the hotel is, but like it seemed like a cool. Hey, happy Friday, Uncle Maury. It's kind of my uncle, you know.
No, yeah. I was gonna address it, but once you finish, because I want to say something, to Uncle Maury. But go ahead.
Okay.
Look, everyone's saying happy anniversary.
That was last week.
It's all right. Just take the happy anniversary.
Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Kick Move _. Thank you.
Yeah, Terrell. If you get your hair done, if it's finished while we're still on Coffee's On, we want to see it.
Yeah.
If that's all right with you.
In fact, we might even get our hair done the same way.
Terrell specifically went home to see family and friends, but also.
Actually, me and Terrell are going to get the same hairstyle.
Nice. I'm very excited to see that on you. Wow. Which hair? Anyway, so continue. Getting your beard.
There you go.
Terrell, get out of here, man. Get out of here.
That's what Terrell did.
This guy is in the chat.
Terrell's gonna.
Did you have coffee today, Terrell? Did you have coffee today? He must have been reading the comments. Shit. I feel like I should post that, but I don't want to.
What was the next question? We'll see if someone finds it out.
Maury, do you want to join us next week? Maury, do you want to come on the show at all next week? Can anyone else read the comments? Can anyone else see what's going on in the comments? Maury, can we bring you on the show at all? We're having our friends and family on next week who want to come on. You guys know how you guys get a hold of us. Facebook, Twitter. I'll drop our email down in here, but
you just let us know. You just text us. You text me or anyone in the comments. You just text us and let us know if you would like to be on.
Yeah, I'm going to put the email in the comments right now. But
we can talk Super Bowl. We can talk life. We can talk stocks.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about. If you got something that you want to promote, like if you got a side, if you got a side hustle or a Persian rug shop like our man Maury. We want to help. We want to promote, baby. It's like it's Radio Row. It's Super Bowl Radio Row, our version. Tomorrow's the next week. You just want to come on to catch up with us. You got some stories to talk about. We can get in the conversation, man. We'll bring back our football analyst, Danny Falcon, our Chiefs insider. Nick Springer's going to come on next week. Our good friend from
he's in San Antonio right now, isn't he?
He's in San Antonio. Yep, our old broadcasting friend. Our good friend Springer, he's in San Antonio right now working, but we want to talk to him and catch up with him. Maury, if you want to come on and talk to your nephew and your other nephew, then...
Well, he's technically my third cousin once removed.
Well, there we go. Terrell, if you want to come on, if not do a live guest. Layla, Jasmine, if you want to come on.
Yeah, we'll have Nico. We'll have Kick Move on, too.
Miltner Creative, talk some Lost Southern California.
Maybe we can host The Bachelor. It'll be like the Coffee's On Bachelor.
We kind of are hosting The Bachelor with Terrell in the comments right now.
Coming up.
And
the hottest season of Coffee's On yet.
Mom will come on. Renee will come on, talk with us. We'll talk to our moms.
We have an ad here.
Yeah.
You are looking for 1,000 square feet of retail space in Westwood, Kansas for lease. Then contact Renee Falcon.
Look at that. Falcon Plaza, baby. The Falcon Plaza.
The Falcon Plaza is for you. Just at the shopping mall in Westwood, Kansas. 1,000 square feet of
Look, we got Nico's a babysitter now. He's an airman and a babysitter. Look at that.
How do you virtually babysit?
He won't physically take care of them. He'll only yell at them virtually through a camera that you provide. So if you don't want to yell at your kids, Nico will discipline your kids for you.
All right. Okay. That was our ad segment. I talked about this last night. Logan mentioned this.
Yeah.
Goated. The goat squared. Let's put aside our bias, right? Put aside our hope.
So they were talking about I think Tony Romo talked about today. If Mahomes loses this game, he'll never be able to catch up to Brady. So yeah, Logan, I think you're absolutely right.
And that was the base of our conversation. Logan had mentioned if Brady wins on Sunday, he beats Mahomes, right? The GOAT beats the GOAT to be. Is he the greatest GOAT of all time?
Could be. Because Brady's had the comebacks like LeBron's had. And I think that this game would be like LeBron's Game 7 over the Warriors that he had with the Cavaliers.
No. Kick move.
but-
We're saying the goatest goat. Like
The
all
goatest of the
sports.
goats. And yeah, I think he
Every sport.
I think he'd be the GOAT, and I told you this, he'd be the GOAT of team sports. Because the GOAT of player sports, how could you not mention, Armand brought it up, Michael Phelps.
You can
Tiger
mention-
Woods.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's not team sports.
Mhm.
That is yourself. That is yourself. Like, that is yourself. Michael Phelps, yeah, I guess he had a gold medal because of the relays, but damn, a lot of those races were done because of him.
So maybe then the correct thing would he be the greatest GOAT in team sports, and there's one other person who would he be competing with, right? Is it going to be the Jordan? Is he better than Jordan? That's
Yeah.
different sports.
No.
6 rings, 7 rings.
I would say that if he won the Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, it would put him over Jordan because Jordan needed Scotty and Brady just needed. Oh yeah, Roger Federer. Crap.
I don't know how I
Good point,
forgot
Raj.
that. Bolt, yeah, but like here's what I was thinking. When I was thinking Phelps, Bolt, right? If I had to pick one that's more of a GOAT than the other.
Serena is.
Because we aren't going to think of all the options. We're thinking of the greatest GOAT in anything that you can compare. Okay, Olympics, who's it going to be? Serena in women's tennis. Roger in men's.
I hate this. When we log in, Raj just gives us 5. Even when we're talking something, Raj just gives us 5 quick counter
That's
arguments.
good. Because what did we say? We didn't know
Damn
what to
you,
talk about
Raj.
today.
Let us have our moment. No, I'm kidding.
I mean,
This is why we have you guys. Batista, the boogeyman. What about
Kick Move's really feeling himself today. It's like he's about to get a new hairdo.
Yeah, watch.
He feels himself now. Just wait till he's looking even better. Uh-oh. He's good.
His name is John.
I think Nico likes the John Cena song.
There you go. Nadal over Federer. I love that debate. We can have that debate any day.
I'm not a big Federer guy. There's a guy I'm big about, but he's kind of hurting himself in the media right now.
That's all right. What's wrong with Djokovic?
So,
He said, "Bro, you chill."
well, okay, I'm not saying this is bad. So this is what happens. They're at the Australian Open, right? And everyone's getting Messi versus Ronaldo. See, the reason I didn't want to mention them as a Kick Moves over here. He knows 2 soccer players and he mentions them. Raj is about to put a counter argument, right? Raj, actually, no. What about Kaká or Pele, right? And then Nico's going to be over here, like Nico's going to be, Manchester United.
What about Steven Gerrard? What about Gerrard?
Nico, yeah.
What about Gerrard, man?
What about Giggs? Wasn't Giggs on Man U?
Giggs.
What about Giggs?
What about Giggs?
Giggs.
You know what? Then we can get a
Wayne
conversation
Rooney.
of the greatest manager of all time. Then Nico will really let his voice be heard.
Okay, we forgot.
What about Alexander?
We forgot to mention this that Raj said, but now that Kick Move wants to talk about Zlatan versus Lukaku.
Okay. So
Did you see them get at it?
No, but Raj put it as one of his first 5
Yeah, we
questions.
didn't mention it. Yeah. So
Yeah, we're gonna have him on next week to start off the show,
who
so we can
wins
give
in
us
a fight?
five quick takes with Raj.
who wins in a fight? Z-Man or
I need to see this
Lukaku.
other guy. How do you spell his name?
Lukaku? Belgium, big man. Well, there's a little.
Are you talking about the guy with the afro?
No.
No. Okay, never mind.
No. Lukaku versus Zlatan. Put your votes in.
Lukaku. Zlatan's all talk when it comes to that stuff.
I don't know. Those are 2 tough guys. Well,
Look at Terrell, man. Man U versus.
no, I
Time
don't know.
Oh, Man U against time.
I don't know if he's saying Man U or if he's saying Man U. You know, like
He was talking
Man
soccer.
U or Man U.
So look at that. Look, everyone. It looks like Raj already knew his answer.
Ross, listen. I'm a black belt. You think I would win in a fight against Lukaku? Manu! That's the power of language. You can say Man U, you mean Manchester United. You can say Man U. You can say Man U, it's Manu. The power of language.
It's a great thing.
It's like that thing where you can like say one sentence and emphasize each word differently, and it means something else.
You know, I was watching a Disney documentary last night. You know who was big on communication? Walt Disney.
Really?
I feel like we could take a lesson from that guy. He's a pretty smart chap.
You really have
He made everybody fall in love with a mouse. It doesn't get much smarter than that.
True.
Mickey Mouse. Oh, you want to come inside my clubhouse?
From the same studio that brought you Ratatouille.
Zomberonto es alonto, onto le toi.
Come on, you got black belt from a gym where the only requirement's low is increasingly pay for more testing. Raj, you dog!
Raj, it took me 5 years.
From the top rope, somehow, Raj.
It took me 5 years, and I had to break a.
I had
piece
to
of
work.
wood.
I had to work 4 different jobs to pay off for that black belt. That's all right. You know what? I just go to the costume store and buy an outfit.
Yeah, I probably should have done that. Because once I got that black belt after 5 years, guess what I did? Yeet it out of there. I was done with karate.
That's all right. My mom gave me Nico's former UPS uniform, so now I got freaking UPS clothes.
I saw his hat.
Yeah, Nico, mom gave me a bunch of your old clothes for some reason. Hope you don't mind I donate them. Because I feel like that's
Donate them or you pass them through me?
Oh, Mia chiming in. Me and Armand are black belts. Well, look at that.
Mia, you're not helping my case.
Mia, when are you coming up? Dang it. When are you moving in today? So I know when you and Mom are coming up. Oh, Mia and Danny are black belts. So we knew Danny was a black belt. He just looks like it. Danny's coming up too. Look at that.
Man,
Everyone's coming on.
Reunion.
I know. I don't know where they're gonna sit.
This is like one of those movies where it's like everyone's family, but you're just here.
Your family.
You're right.
Everyone's called us brothers
You're right.
that we
Some
don't
people say
know.
we look alike.
Some people say we do look alike. I think you're Roger Federer. Sounds like they're leaving the house in an hour. Wow.
You are? Sounds good.
My goodness.
So
Still waiting on the paper. These guys are killing me with these comments, talking about people getting.
yeah, it's been a crazy day, it seems like.
Terrell woke up and he chose violence today. I mean, comedic.
He did. No, you know why? Because he's feeling good. Like
You know, yeah, he's finally he's finally getting his hair braided today, and he's been talking about that for months. So maybe he'll be in a better mood when he gets back.
About that.
I remember him saying he hated growing out his hair. He hated growing out his hair, and now he finally gets. You go through all that time of growing it. Now he gets to pay it off with the way they wanted to. He's been talking about it for months. So,
In fact, he might. Yeah.
Mia, is that a tall joke, or are you just saying you're short? No, he's still gonna be grumpy. He said.
Mia's not tall.
I don't know what she's asking. What the weather up in Lawrence is? You have a phone. You're on it all the time. Check the weather app.
The weather's similar to the weather in Overland Park.
Right. It's only a 40-minute drive. It's not like we're across the state. Can we see you guys eat a ghost pepper? No, but you can see Armand eat a green pepper if you want. He'll do that for you. Throw, grr. What, man? The hell? This guy's going nuts today. All right, let's see. How do we still have 13 people in here? You guys must really be bored
Because
today.
they're now here for our newest segment.
Hmm.
Ask us anything. Ask Armand.
That is our show. That's our show.
But we're here to help. We're here to help. You guys need any advice? Need any help with anything? We are your everyday consultants.
We are your everything consultants.
You got a question about school, homework. You got a question about life. You got a question about what hair to get. You got a question about who to pick for a game, what coffee to drink. You got a question about how to shoot your shot in these comments. If we can't help you, we'll direct you to someone who can help you.
You got I got nothing.
Loyalty.
I
We
know.
might even host, we were thinking of hosting an open mic night, you know?
Yeah. Since we got a lot of comedians in the comments.
They want both.
Well, yeah, Mia, next week we're doing more Marco and Armand Cam content. Yeah, I guess no one can see what Mia is saying. We'll get that next week. Well, we're doing our Super Bowl.
Check your email.
Raj, you want to come on now?
You want to come on now?
We'll show everyone how this works.
He wants us to sing "Somebody You Love." Somebody, 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 somebody. I can do the background.
I love Patrick
Somebody,
Mahomes.
somebody to love.
This guy's over here. Check your emails.
Everybody find.
Can I get a hot tub? What are you scrolling through right now, Mr. Spotify?
This is one of your playlists.
I don't know what. I don't create playlists.
Or you had it say it was on your thing. Here.
Oh, put me on. All right, Raj. We'll send you an invite.
Marco, sing before you go. Here's the thing. We started out. Should we get our headphones? Or
Yeah, I guess we need.
Your
I guess
headphones?
we need to. I guess we need to get the gear ready. Raj coming on today. All right.
Yeah, is the gear somewhere?
Armand, sing Zanny by Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish.
Sing Zanny by Billie Eilish.
Who's Billy and why Eilish? Get Armand's big brother in here, says Nico. He's got jokes.
Nico's funny.
All right, where we landed, Raj? I got my headset ready.
Where is that other head?
It's in my room on my desk.
Who you dropped your head?
We're talking to Raj. I think I sent him an invite. Hang on, give me 1 second. Raj. There we go. Sending. All right. Just give you guys a little sneak peek of what we could do. I guess they could hear the music. Maybe they could. All right. Mm-hmm.
Nico said, "Get Armand's." Okay.
Yeah.
Now Nico's shooting a shot.
Oh, I gotta turn my thing on mute. All right. Now we wait for Raj.
Okay, so wait, should I?
No. We're sticking in this camera right now until Raj is here.
Okay, well, how do we sound?
We're still on our normal mics. We're not using these yet. We're not using these till Raj gets it. We're still on our normal mics. We sound fine. Does that make sense?
I think I'm on this.
No, you're not on this because that's not
think
up on
I'm
the
on.
broadcast yet.
Can you hear me?
Armand, no.
Can you hear me?
Armand, we're still on our normal broadcast. We haven't gone to our other cams yet. Those cams won't work until we... There we go. All right, now we can switch to the other cam. Give us 1 second.
I don't think the camera's correlated with the...
Yeah, I know. They correlate with the mic that's on your shirt, man. The mic that you don't... That's on your laptop right
I
now.
see.
Yeah, it's not going
I
to go
see.
up until freaking put your... All right, here we go.
Grumpy.
Oh, no, Armand is his own...
Grumpy,
Hey.
grumpy.
Raj, let's go.
Can you?
And there's Raj. All right, let's get this banner down. Hang on.
I think I have to turn my volume on.
You do. Raj, can you hear us? Raj, you there? I can't hear Raj. Why can't we hear Raj?
we can't hear you.
He's not on mute or anything. He's got his shirt on, or his hat on. Look at that. Very nice.
Oh, he can hear us. I can't hear me.
Could you hear the double audio? All right,
Hello? Hello?
I can hear you.
You can't? Can you hear me through your ears or through your headphones?
Through
There's a difference.
both.
I can't hear me through my headphones.
Yeah, I know. You can. Raj, your hat isn't on screen. Your mic's not working.
Nico can't hear me.
He's joking with you, man.
No, he's not.
No, I can hear you. You're fine. You're on the broadcast. Your mic's not muted. Raj is the only guy right now who can't hear. Maybe if we do this.
Hello? I can't hear him, and I can't hear me.
Well, you're not supposed to hear yourself.
Oh, you know why?
Your volume's
Hello?
down.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah!
We're on.
We're on. Coffee's on.
Hey, yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on. I've been working Monday through Friday here at Worley's, and I gotta say usually we're told it starts at 10, and so I get on every morning at 10 with my coffee or my tea, and I wait for about 30 to 40 minutes until you guys decide to get out of bed and get the show started.
Hey man, it's Friday.
But it is definitely a highlight of my day. I wanted to show you guys some of the things we got at the shop for the Chiefs Sunday. We got our official Run It Back posters, courtesy of Budweiser. We just got in last year's Kansas City Chiefs commemorative 360 vodka. And so yeah, those are last year's bottles. Hopefully, we're getting some new ones in here in a couple of weeks. We have a guest here at the liquor store. Our boy, he's not playing in the Super Bowl, but we got Eric Fisher in the shop today. And we're so like Armand, you know Monik. He's a KU student right now. His brother's a KU alum. His family bought this liquor store about 2.5 months ago.
Really?
Yep. And I've been lucky enough to come on. Not a lot of Chief stuff at the moment. And so every day I've been wearing either this hat or the other hat that I got from Costco. Always letting everyone know this is a Chiefs liquor store, and then we support our local teams here. But I also I wanted to circle back to that greatest athlete discussion that we were having about, especially the individual athletes. And I think we're blessed right now. Amongst whatever sports fan that you are, there is greatness in every sport, whether it be tennis, whether we got to watch Michael Phelps in swimming. We got basketball greatness with LeBron. We have football greatness in a transition of power between Brady and now our own quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Baseball, we have a lot of young talent as well. And so obviously in soccer, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are holding it down. And so we're lucky as sports fans. That gives you a lot to talk about. But yeah, circling back to that conversation we were having about individual athletes, you mentioned Michael Phelps. Roger Federer is one that comes to mind, and mainly because of his dominance across different courts. Rafael Nadal is by far the best tennis player to play on a clay court, but with I think I'm now going on 11 majors, and I think he's won 10 consecutive French Opens. And so I saw a stat on ESPN that only him and Joey Chestnut, the hot dog eating guy, have won consecutive championships of that pedigree. And that's Monik. He's
Yeah.
and so we the two of us been holding the store down. We got some new help coming in with and so I was also one sandwich. I enjoy the show again. Reiterate that. But I think what Logan had mentioned about I don't like to consider our adversary and being a Chiefs fan and playing the AFC, our hearts have been broken multitude of times by Tom Brady. But I think that if when obviously all of us are rooting against it, but if he were to somehow pull off a 7th Super Bowl, undoubtedly would be the greatest team sports athlete of all time. I was kind of looking at that. I was interested in what other sport athletes would be in that conversation. Jim Brown was one of the guys that also came up because of the era he played in, and what he meant to those Browns teams. In his dominance is something that comes to mind.
Right.
We earlier in the show, you guys brought up Matthew Stafford. He's obviously not in the conversation, but you think about the talent that Detroit has had with him, but even with first ballot Hall of Famers like Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson. And it kind of goes to show that, you have to have certain breaks go your way to really establish yourself in team sports. And I think Patrick Mahomes being drafted to an organization like the Chiefs, which for so long has, been a good organization. Danny brought up the 80s, but I never got to see that. But was always a good organization and found ways to win. We talked about Matt Castle and how unfortunate that was, but we still won a division with him. And so for him to be drafted in this particular spot, and then the team willing to go all in and bring in talent to support him, which is something you look at someone like Deshaun Watson, who now wants a trade. What things are there, those particular organizations and franchises doing to cultivate the talent that they have? I think goes into establishing longevity of teams, and bringing the full potential of players out is in many ways falls upon the responsibility of the organization.
I'm glad you brought that up about wanting to invest in showing a quarterback that you're willing to invest in him. What the Chiefs did so well, I think, is that they already had some key players here. They already had talent around for someone like Patrick Mahomes to come in. But you know what? Hey, Patrick, you're a top 10 pick in the draft, but we're going to let you sit behind Alex Smith for a year and get comfortable. Make sure that you're ready for your first full season of pro. To tell someone that you drafted that high up to, hey, don't even worry about this year. We don't want you to worry about the regular season this year. We don't have to worry about you playing. We're going to let you sit behind. And then the fact you let him go in there and do what he does best, and in his first full season, sorry, I'm getting all that good, so I'm going to take this off for a second. But the fact that they let him do that, and then to still want to invest in him after the fact that they already put him in there and let him be the leader of a team that was already surrounded with veteran talent with Kelsey and Hill and players at the running back position, Damian Williams. There were already guys that were longer than Mahomes had been. And
I was just moving your mic up so we could hear you better.
Oh my God! And so
it was hard to hear you.
That's why I had to take this off because of the double echo. Because I know Rod doesn't have his headset in. But anyway,
he's on the clock.
Basically, they took Mahomes around a veteran group already, and back then they let him give him that trust, showed him that trust, and then we're still willing to invest in him by drafting the person like Harden and the person like Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first round. That is a culture, man. That is how you build up a quarterback and then you build around quarterback.
And I think
that's why teams like Jacksonville fail. Teams that draft quarterbacks, it's because they draft in the situations they're not ready for. The Chiefs, they didn't put that on Mahomes. They're not going to put him out there and, hey, man, you're already getting shut down by media saying you're a bust. We're not going to let you go out there and become a bust. We're not going to put you in that position. I think that right there grew that mutual respect between the organization and Mahomes. And that's why it clicked, baby. That's why everything's clicking on all cylinders. Maybe our mom was right about my mic, but whatever.
No, it's okay. Don't.
I think the Chiefs draft strategy has shifted from what does the team need to what can we do to protect and help Mahomes, and they've built their defense on the other side of the ball through free agency, and so it's a really balanced way that Brett Veach and John Dorsey, for to give him props, have built this team.
He was just not good at money. Dorsey was not good at money.
No, he was not. He'd give money to anyone that showed promise, and wouldn't. And then you have the start. You completely different opposite, like Brett Veach, who somehow out of nowhere just keeps finding ways to pay guys. And I'm glad that he's with us, because you do look at other organizations, like the Texans or even like the Bears, for example, who have paid their who have one of the best defenses in this decade, and haven't found or even look at our own division, the Broncos. The Broncos' strategy, is to be as cheap as you can with the quarterback position after Peyton Manning, and I think that kind of falls on John Elway in his lack of front office ability. And so the only reason they have a Super Bowl, there was a time when John Elway drafted Tim Tebow, and had him start the team over Kyle Orton. One thing Armand and I also have talked about, Brett Veach for sure did invest in GameStop. And so one thing Armand and I talked about, and I think was good when you brought Danny on, because he was a lifelong Chiefs fan, is how we used to kiss the ground, just to put in a sense, when the Chiefs would just make the playoffs. And now it's our expectation that not only do we make the playoffs, we win the division and make a playoff run. Sorry, one second, my mask not cooperating with me here.
No,
Yeah,
sorry, you're on the clock.
and it's all. I mean, it's all good around here. And so, you know, having moved past those, maybe we can make a run type scenarios to now, we look at our team and you say, okay, we are the best team in NFL, and when I remember when we brought Andy Reid and Alex Smith in, I remember I put it on Facebook that day. I was like, Alex Smith to the Chiefs. Hopefully he doesn't mess this up, because he had just been benched, by a young, dynamic, biracial athlete by the name of Colin Kaepernick, which really wasn't. And it's kind of interesting to see that cycle happen again. It's just kind of ironic, but I think not enough credit goes to the culture that the winning culture that Alex Smith has brought in, and so hopefully
He started it. Him and Reed started it. You're absolutely right.
It didn't. It really was it's been a 7-year trip to Armand. What are you doing there, buddy?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make you guys laugh. I'm just trying to make everyone laugh.
It's been a 7-year road to get to where we are now, and the 2-14 season where I talk about this. Some of the Fairweather Chiefs fans. The last Madden game I bought was Madden 13, and so when it came out, it was in that transition time where Matt Castle had just been cut. Colin Kaepernick had been the quarterback in the 49ers, but the signing hadn't been made. So our starting quarterback in that game was Brady Quinn, and we all remember that. Yeah. And so the team was the worst rated team in that game. We were 71 overall, and I still gave work to anyone that came over and tried to play. And I always played with the Chiefs. I had one honestly only good play, which was halfback stretch with Jamal Charles, and then
get him around the edge, beat him with the speed.
That's all I needed back then. But if you had told me as a kid I had Priest Holmes with posters up on my wall, and unfortunately I also had a Larry Johnson one up there,
and Priest we trust.
Right, that we would be at this point now, in such a short time, and to honestly be experiencing it when I'm a young adult and growing up, now reaching adulthood, is pretty exciting, and I'm really excited though for the younger generations of fans that are getting to experience this as well. For us, I can't speak for other communities, but within the Indian community, we're all children of immigrants, and it was kind of surprising whenever you go over to someone's house on Sundays to see all those dads watching the football game. And this is when we really sucked. And frankly, it was because they wanted to, I don't want to say assimilate, but adopt those, these American traditions of watching football on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited for them now. One of my friend's dads, he moved here in the early 90s, and his mom told me about how they'd go to games, and they'd sit at the very top, and they're super cheap games. He'd always bring blankets. And the end of the game, he'd be crying because they lost. And so for him to now, having lived in the United States for going on 20-some years, or probably 25 years, for him to get to experience it too, is exciting. What other sports topics were you guys hoping to touch on today, though?
That was great. That was great right there. I don't know. Same thing with your dad too. You guys have had the way that you guys have grown as Chiefs fans together. That's got to be kind of a cool, not crazy experience, but a pretty amazing experience. You guys together started out as Chiefs fans, and then here you are, 20 years later. 23 years later.
Yeah, it's sorry, I was just making sure people could hear me because I couldn't hear me.
I can hear you. You're not supposed to hear yourself. That's double audio.
Oh,
So
okay.
I want to take a second to talk about, I guess everyone has the first time they went to Arrowhead sort of experience. And so the first time I ever went, I went with one of my dad and my dad's colleague, and we actually had pretty good seats. And I borrowed one of his colleagues like Chief shirt, and so it was like an XL on me, and I was probably like 8 or 9 years old, so super big on me. I remember spilling nacho cheese on it and feeling bad. But I was wondering towards the end of the game, why none of the star players were playing. It turns out my dad had taken me to a Chiefs preseason game, and it didn't tell me that it was a Chiefs preseason game. And so I thought for most of the time I was watching a regular season game. I guess he's just trying to save some money or something like that. And then when I was in middle school, this is in the Matt Castle era. There was a divisional game against the Chargers, and it was that game right after Christmas. And so my parents had got me Chiefs tickets for Christmas, which was really exciting. I went with my dad, and so December was super cold, and this was the first time we had gotten to the game early, and I was super cold, and I went to like the concessions to buy a hot chocolate, and this was during the national anthem, and at the very end, when they do the home of the Chiefs. I had never heard that. I didn't even know that was a tradition. And when that happened, I was like, I just jumped and I spilled hot chocolate all over me because I wasn't expecting it. It shook the stadium. It was something I never anticipated that would happen at a football game. And those are some of the things that have fueled the fandom. Another time, Armand and I, when we were in middle school, the undefeated Green Bay Packers had shown up had come into Arrowhead and were facing this. I think the Chiefs had finished 7-9 that year, and we were going through a quarterback carousel. Matt Castle was injured. Brody Croyle was not cutting it, and so we had picked up off waivers Kyle Orton. This is in the Tebow year, and Kyle Orton with a tandem of backs Jamal Charles was hurt, so we had Dexter McCluster and Jackie Battle ran, and we had just fired Todd Haley as well. So Romeo Crennel was the interim coach at the time, and they pulled off an upset against then undefeated Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers MVP season, and that was, I guess, another thing that again fueled the Chiefs' fire. But those types of like little victories were what I thought I had to look forward to as a Chiefs fan. And here we are now.
They almost made it to the playoffs this year as an 8-8 team. If they wouldn't have lost to the Raiders the week after that Packers win. I remember that game specifically. We were sitting in the church parking lot listening, and the Raiders had won on a game-winning field goal. In that team. Yeah, exactly. We looked forward to those little wins because we didn't care if we were 8-8. If we made it to the playoffs, that was worth celebrating right there.
Right.
Raj, quick 3 days. Thank you for joining us today, man. Again, we'll have you on again next week when we have our guests on for the Super Bowl week. Maybe.
I'm excited for it.
Tell us right now. We talked about the GOATs of the GOATs. Who's maybe an upcoming GOAT? Like a player that is young right now but has the potential.
In team or in individual sports?
Give us one of each.
Okay. Well, I actually wanted to. A couple weeks ago, we were talking about 10-year contracts for players, and Terrell brought up a point of, outside of Patrick Mahomes, the only other player that you'd probably give a 10-year contract to right now would be Luka Doncic. But there's another player in France by the name of Kylian Mbappe who is up for a contract this year, and he'll probably have one of the most expensive contracts ever. He's someone that you might consider with a 10-year contract, and one of those up-and-coming GOATs who already, before he turned 20, had we look at in soccer, you look at club success and national team success. I think you look at them differently because of what it means for a whole nation to share in their team doing well. And so he's already got his resume going. He's obviously missing some of the club success, but I think that he's one of those players that's talented enough to take over.
That's a good point. I was going to say, if people want to see big contracts, bigger than American League contracts, just go look at European soccer, specifically Gareth Bale when he was sold to Real Madrid. That contract right there, that got my eyes open to seeing just how much money you can make in soccer.
I guess up-and-coming sports in individual or up-and-coming athletes in individual sports, you got to put Coco Gauff coming up at 16, probably now 17 years old, along with Naomi Osaka. But one thing that really, having played a little bit of tennis and understanding what goes into the game, Coco Gauff's mental game and her ability to, for playing in majors and because there's one thing people don't realize about tennis is there's so much downtime in between plays, and so what goes on in your head when it's just you can really play a big impact where players can be mentally wiped out of games. And so her mental strength and her game there is already years ahead. And as she starts to continue to grow and fill out into the type of athlete that we anticipate her to be, I think she's definitely an up and coming. In baseball, I mean, honestly, we talk about Mike Trout, but he plays for the Angels, and so he's rarely in the conversation. Fernando Tatis is another really young player that's up and coming. Erling Haaland, we talked about Gio Reyna a couple of days ago. He's another. So he's again the son of these the kids of these athletes are born and out of the water. His dad also was a Norwegian soccer player and played a little bit throughout Europe, but has never really played at the highest level. And now his son is one of the leading goal scorers in the Bundesliga, and is with him and Gio Reyna. That team probably won't keep that young nucleus together, but it's exciting to see the real explosion that those two guys have. Trying to think what other sport we talked basketball. We talked
Simone Biles. That's the only person I'd say that you didn't mention.
Well,
Because if in the next Olympics, if she sweeps it again, it's only Phelps that's really above her.
yeah, and especially with gymnastics, their career spans are so short, and so you're lucky to get one or two Olympic games, and so if she's able to make it to a third, and she doesn't even have if she makes it to a third and doesn't even compete in the individual things, and her team is able to achieve for the team it would be 4 straight golds now, but I think that puts her up there as well.
It's a good name. Raj, remind everyone where you're sitting at today. Where
So we're out here at Worley's Liquor out on 151st and Metcalf. Proud new owners. Today is my last day here, so but trust me, the customer service is only going up based on the new people we got in. We're always repping the Chiefs. We got our Chiefs 360. I'm gonna get it by the camera. Commemorative. This was last year's bottle. And like I said, hopefully we're getting new stuff. But we got Eric Fisher in here. We'll be having we'll be updating this place here for to be supporting the Chiefs.
What's your game day drink?
My game day drink? Well,
And it's not even non-alcoholic.
okay, so last year I Armand has probably told you I like to cook a lot, and no Super Bowl parties is complete without a full spread. And so last Super Bowl I probably woke up around 7 in and cracked open a beer and started cooking pretty much from then until the game started. Barbecue is something that I think resonates with all people here in Kansas City. So I made I smoked the chicken, but then I think I wanted to pay homage to the growing and very vibrant Hispanic community that's present in Kansas City. I love going to those restaurants, and so I made carnitas. And then my roommates are hunters, and so we had some wild duck, and so I kind of made duck. I made a Cuban style marinade with them, we made duck tacos, make cornbread, and that whole time I was just getting different beers during the game.
Yeah, he just spilled on his shorts.
Yeah, we always have a good spread for football games. During the game, it's honestly whichever beer is closest. Last Super Bowl was pretty stressful, so I was putting down a few. And so probably usually just beer on game days, because you have to sustain a long period of drinking, and I think that beer is the most conducive for that.
No Mango 65? Isn't that what it's called? Mango.
Probably not. Probably not.
I think that's what it's called. Mango 65, right? Isn't that a drink?
65?
Oh, chicken 65.
Okay, I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh,
Is
never
that a
mind.
drink too, Armand?
No, it's
you get
once our mutual friend Abhishek made this drink, an orange drink.
Oh, you mean mango lassi?
Mango lassi.
Come on, you should know what lassi is. Like it's also a Persian drink. I've had it at Persian restaurants.
I've never heard of it.
The cultural differences, though, is that India, if you have lassi, it's very sweet. If you go to the Middle East, they put salt in it. So it's kind of a salty beverage, which is just different.
And what was the fruit we had last night?
That's not a Persian. That's just pomelo. Have you ever had a pomelo?
I think so. I worked in the Sprouts Farmers Market produce department, so I was always sampling fruits, man.
They put saffron in it to make it Persian. The mango lassi or whatever it's called.
Mm,
Lassi.
okay, Lassie, yeah.
Mango lassi. I sound really.
Well, Raj, thank you very much, man, for coming on. We'll talk next week, of course, as well.
Always a pleasure to be on, and it's always you never know what's going to happen on this show. And I think Armand's coffee comment today, really proves that. So.
Well, we'll see you next week.
We look forward to those Armand slip ups, man.
Always.
All right, see you later, Raj.
See you, boys.
All right. Well, that's a good end of the show. Next, like I said, guys, you can email us at coffees on Kansas KS.
Or you can text one of us.
Or you can text one of us. Yeah,
Because I'm sure everyone here has one of our numbers.
slide in our Facebook messages. If you want to be on next week, we'll line up some guests for next week because we want to bring you guys on. It's Super Bowl week. It's a celebration.
Or you tell us what you want. Where you guys want us to talk about? Where? Who you want to see? You ask, we'll deliver. You tell your friends, we'll be here. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if there's a lot, maybe we got to increase it.
You want a platform? We'll give you a platform.
You want, yeah.
For free.
What you want, baby, we got it. So
I like that. Look at this. The cams. We're sitting right next to each other. We're all
Yeah. This is what people want. Everyone wanted these cams, but now no one
we're
is.
All right. Peace out, guys. We'll see you next Monday at 10 a.m. for another week of Coffee's On.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. The coffee's on.